EA Sports, within the game.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Chubb on the counter. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Eagles at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts going out wide, finds Chubb.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They're going to look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
On the move past the 40.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again is Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Touchdown! Quez Watkins, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a first down throw. Stafford under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing is Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 24 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Stafford on 1st down. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On 1st down, Stafford here. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dalton Schultz, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
22! Hey, 50!
On 1st down, it's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Big 20. Alert. 53. Ready.
Now Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Stay 50. 59.
Again, it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Check.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
Isaac Yedem picks it. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now it's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point safely through. And it's now 21-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Fourth touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Drops it off for Chubb. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 45 on second down, Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
From way up at the 23.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
50, 22. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Stafford now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
40 guts.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the jump.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
19 second, 19 second, 19 right.
Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Read. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And middle.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
54.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
On first down, Hurts.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's a game of 25 yards on the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Hurts sets up to throw it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Alec Pierce.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Easy alert!
again as Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Give me radar.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Stafford going up top for Kupp. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Dalton Schultz with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He's going deep for Brown.
It got his man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts.
This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Alec Pierce.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Alec Pierce, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
53, ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Finding room at midfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. Throwing here, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford going to throw it. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And This is caught by Watkins. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back to throw. And he's got Pierce. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Hurts will throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback, able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it, in the fourth quarter? They had to just hold on, as you said. Furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for L.A.,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will be at home next